Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new channel, OLD, Old Lego Dude. This is my very first video, and I'm going to be bringing you guys on a little bit of a flashback for me, like 40 something years ago when I was 13 or 14 years old, around 1980. There was a show that came on called Force 5, and what they did was they took and they had, it was a short series of different robots on different days. So like Monday was in one particular series, Tuesday was another series, all the way through the week. And I really got hooked in that show. I liked it a lot, and I still had my Legos then, and I decided to try to make one of those robots with the Legos that I had available to me then. So here we are all these years later, and I put him together to try to out of memory of what he was. And this is what was called Danguard Ace. It was a show that was started over in Japan in the mid-70s and made its way over to us. And bottom line is, he's like one of the very first transformable robots. This here, what you see, is called the satellizer mode. And it would take off from its base ship and would fly, and when they found the enemy, they would say something like, Danguard Ace switch on. And that's when it would change into a robot. So the first part would be this helmet looking piece would come off. And then what would happen next is the chest section would come off. And the wings would fold in. And the arms would come popping out. And then the chest will hook down onto the torso, slide right down. Then the feet would come down. And then the helmet would come back. So it had these horns. And that's pretty much how Danguard Ace would transform. He could also transform back into a ship. He also had these pretty cool weapons. I don't have all of them, but he would have like I-beams, and his arms could like shoot out and stuff like that. He also had these javelin type weapon that he could use to defend himself with, and it would hook up like here. But one of the neat things is he also had this chest laser thing, and it would actually open up this way. But like I said, with the limited stuff I had back then, I made it so it was like this. So as the channel suggests, Old Lego Dude, I know a lot of you like to see models like this, and it's all new Legos and looks sharp and shiny and everything. But I've had some of my Legos since I was 4 years old. So yeah, you're going to see some of my models I'm going to share with you guys over time that are going to be new. They're going to be old, because you know what? These have been like friends, okay? And yeah, I think out of respect of all the fun and playtime and everything that I have with them, I'm going to incorporate them into some of my models. I was actually thinking some of my models I might just take and sneak one piece in, and you guys are going to have to find it in the video. I'm trying to make this a little fun. But there's a little bit of history about Danguard Ace. There's a little bit of history about my Lego builds from when I was a kid. I have some other ideas that I can share with you. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. You all have a great day.